Whether you've always fancied yourself as a writer but never got round to it, or you think you've written a future bestseller but don't know what to do next, you'll want to listen closely to what advice our next guests have to offer. Hello both of you, how are you?
We're fine,
Yeah,
thanks,
thank you.
Charles.
Great to have you here. So, I gather you're here to talk about a certain event coming up.
That's right. We're here to talk about Bookfest Publishing Weekend, which is on the 17th and 18th of February.
And Susie, what can people expect from that?
Well, I think it'd be fantastic for anyone who's ever thought or dreamt of being an author. It's actually Chris's great idea and fantastic value to come for a whole weekend for only £30 and hear everything you need to know, no matter what stage of your career you're at. So even sort of, we were saying earlier, if you're mid-career author and book sales have dropped, you need to get behind marketing and sales. And Chris, with her own background, will be able to take them through everything. And I will be doing the research that leads you into the actual writing.
We've got an absolutely fantastic programme of speakers. We've got professional editors. I'm a professional designer by trade. We've got university lecturers. We've got all sorts of people that are going to be talking, and they're going to be talking about every sort of aspect of the publishing process, from the editing right the way through to promotion and things on social media and that. So it's a really brilliant programme. We're really pleased with it.
And we're very excited about it, as you see. So I think I didn't realise how major it would be. So when I was asked to do my event, I thought it was just, a one-off as part of a festival, which is where I've done other things. But then when I saw what Chris had put together with her colleague from the University of Portsmouth, I thought this is absolutely fantastic, and I'm really proud to be part of it. And it's part of the whole Bookfest as a whole, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which, again, I hadn't really understood how major it is. It was like 2 to 3 weeks of fantastic authors.
And this particular event is going to be taking place at one of the University of Portsmouth buildings. They're really behind us with it. So it's a sort of collaboration between the University of Portsmouth, the Portsmouth Library Services, and Portsmouth Writers Hub, and authors as well. The whole thing is just designed to really help authors to take the next steps, whatever those are, and to realise that there are more opportunities out there for with publishing, whether it's traditional publishing or self-publishing. The idea of this is to just help them get on the way and answer various questions.
Absolutely. And my book sort of straddles the two. And when I heard that was happening, I'll not only talk about research, but we've got a fabulous sort of informal networking lunch. So if anyone who wants to find out about how I was published, which is Unbound, which is partly traditional, exactly like Dickens and Trollope and so on, but with an innovative crowdfunding platform as well, so that I can talk to people about how to do that. So I think, we've got everything, every base covered, haven't we?
Yeah.
This isn't the first one, is it? It's an annual event.
It is, yeah.
And, you've been involved for the last 3 years?
The last 2-3 years, yeah, in various different talks and things. And I'm involved with other things during the course of the Bookfest as well.
Would you recommend someone who came last year or the year before to come back will there be new stuff for them to learn?
Oh, it's totally new programme every year. I mean, Bookfest itself will cover all sorts of elements, from writing for children, children's authors talking to readers. We've got the Portsmouth Writers Hub are doing a writing with cooking. There are all sorts of events out there, and Mystery People Day, which is going to be one of the final events, which is where we've got some big name authors coming down, and Portsmouth's very own Brian Murphy is going to be appearing at that one as well.
Yeah, and it's got a more of a crime feel this year, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And people can do their own writing, so it's great for readers, writers, and the children, as you say. There's lots of stuff, lots of activities. It's not just sitting down listening to people trying to sell books. It's actually celebrating the whole thing. And I'm passionate about libraries, and I think it's fantastic that people can celebrate the whole aspect of that, actually, because we really need to save our libraries, because they're terribly under threat, as a nation. And I think Portsmouth in particular, and Hampshire and a bit in Sussex, really are leading the way at sort of trying to make them hubs of activity. I think that's great.
Which is what this is. I mean, Portsmouth Libraries are at the heart of the whole of this event. Have organised it thoroughly. And ours is just one little part of it that we've happened to have been involved with.
So that's where they can get tickets, isn't it? From the Central Library, Portsmouth, and from
www.portsmouthbookfest.co.uk.
But they need to hurry because the tickets are stopping after this weekend.
We've had to put a closure on the tickets simply because with the networking lunch we've got catering to consider, so they will be on sale up until just after the weekend.
This weekend, so
This
that's
weekend.
not much time.
Not much time.
Get your tickets.
Well, thank you very much for coming in to join us today, and good luck with the book fest.
Thank you very much. Lovely to
Brilliant.
meet you.
Thank you.
Thank you.